All right, so I got my buddies here at the range. We're just gonna do a little talking about guns and stuff like that. I got my buddy Kobe, he's like my nephew. My buddy Doug, he's always with me. And then on the far end is my brother Terrell. What got you, why are you guys gun owners in the first place? Why do you guys own guns in the first place?
More so protection.
Yeah.
Main thing, protection.
All about protection.
Yeah.
Home defense. If shit hit the fan, yeah, all about protection.
Second thing is fun.
Yeah. I'm big. I'm like y'all, home protection, and I love coming out here, fellowshipping with anybody that's at the range. I've always had good experience with other people at the ranges. Some people may be apprehensive of coming to a range, being around people that they don't know, but for me, I've only ever met good people at a shooting range. What about y'all? Y'all had any bad experiences or?
I have not. Everybody's been well, new membership here at this range, they were very welcoming to us.
Yeah.
Wasn't any discrimination or anything like that going on. Everybody was real cordial. So,
Yeah, it was. Like Doug was already a member here
Yeah.
at Texarkana Gun Club, right?
Yeah.
And he said we should sign up here. We were kind of apprehensive, but we get to the meeting, everybody was welcoming,
Yeah.
because I work in the school district. My brother's an RN, he'll be an RN soon, and everybody was like, we can use him if something does happen. We've got somebody with a little bit of medical knowledge that can help somebody if something does happen on the range. We all have AR-15s, and right now it's a lot of stuff going on with AR-15s as far as legislation and mass shootings with AR-15s. What are your thoughts on owning an AR-15? We'll start with Terrell.
I mean, there's so many AR-15s on the streets. I mean, they could never confiscate them. I mean, you can pass legislation to try to stop some of the violence, but as far as taking guns out of homes and out of hands, they'll never be able to do that. I don't see that happening. I don't think the AR-15 in itself is the problem. It's more of mental health issues. I think that's where the focus needs to be.
What about you, Doug?
Man, I'm on the boat with you. I'm just like that, man. It's you ain't gonna be able to get them. So I don't see it happening, man. I mean, I like them. I don't mind them.
What about you, Kobe? You're not real new, but you hadn't owned a lot of guns. You're still relatively young.
Yeah, so this is my first AR that I've ever owned personally myself. I think they're very essential. To link back to what they said earlier, as far as like home defense, I mean, it's one of the best options that you can go with. I mean, you just never know what might happen, and it's a pretty good thing to have.
And I'll, hop in on the same thing with what Terrell said is, I use my AR for home defense. Yes, I have a pistol, but if it's multiple intruders, I want to make sure I'm well equipped to handle the multiple intruders. When it comes to legislation, I think some legislation is needed, but any legislation that's going to take guns away from people like myself, like Doug, like Kobe, like Terrell, anybody else that just like to come out here, shoot a few rounds down range at targets and go to work every day, don't cause problems, not looking for any trouble, I think that's wrong to try to take guns from that demographic of people. But at the same time, it's a lot of guns out there in the wrong people's hands.
Yes, sir.
That's who they need to look at.
Right.
Don't look at average everyday citizens to try to take guns from them.
You take them out of law-abiding citizens' hands, but you'll never take them from the criminals. They're gonna
Always have them.
So,
Yeah, so don't take them away from us when the criminals got exactly what you out looking for. Last question, last but not least, what's the best part about coming out here shooting for you guys?
The smell of the gunpowder. No, I'm just playing.
Doug loves the smell of the gunpowder.
I don't know, man. It's just always a good time, to get to hang out with the fellas and just, have fun. I mean, it's just always a good time,
Yeah, leave the women at home.
Yes, sir.
Come out here and hang out with the fellas.
I think that's what it's all about, meeting new people that have the same interests, seeing the different guns, because every gun is basically a reflection of somebody's personality. So that's what I love, and I also love sharing the little bit of knowledge that I have with y'all, and getting other people to come out here. I feel like I should have been a firearms instructor.
You should.
Or should still be a firearms
Yes.
instructor.
Yeah.
But I just like people to know that you can own guns legally and just to be safe with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all got anything y'all want to say to finish up the video?
I think I'm good.
Doug likes to smell gunpowder.
Likes to
That's the main
smell
thing.